Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the CBE All Things Green Grants Orientation. My name is Keith Howard. I'm the manager of the Business Opportunities Division at the Department of Small and Local Business Development. I got the easy job today, which is just bringing greetings to each and every one of you, and as I always do, to give some thank yous. So first, I want to thank our partners over at the Department of the Environment and Energy. Their partnership has watched this grant grow from $300,000 to $500,000, which means more opportunities for the CBE community, which is a beautiful thing. I want to thank the Business Opportunities Division. Great team. You guys know many of us. We're out in the community. We're out doing outreach events, etc. And I just always want to publicly thank Katina Aziza Burchell and Angela Freeman, who will be facilitating this workshop. Lastly, I want to thank each and every one of you. As a former small business owner myself, time is money, and I get it. And so you've chosen to spend that time with us to talk about money, which is a beautiful thing as well. So today you're going to learn some general information about the CBE All Things Green Grant. And my last comment is, and you'll probably hear us say this more than once, but after today at 3:30, there are no phone calls to discuss the grant, right? You can send inquiries to business.opportunities@dc.gov, but already over the weekend, I've received tons of phone calls with inquiry, and I'd love to talk to you all about it, but I am the administrator of the grant. I love my job. I'm not losing it. So I can't talk to you on the phone about the grant. So no phone calls on that. Just follow the protocol and use the business.opportunities@dc.gov email address. Without further ado, you're in great, capable hands, and I'm going to turn the meeting over to Angela Freeman. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining me and the BizOps team this afternoon. Today, we will go over the overview of the grant, the RFA, the Zoom grants application process, the award process, and the question process. If you're on here and your mic is unmuted, please mute yourself. The CBE All Things Green grants provide direct support to resident-owned, small or disadvantaged businesses aiming to pursue green contracting opportunities. Within this grant, there are 4 individual grant programs a business can apply to. Please note that you will only win under one category. DSLBD intends to award up to 6 CBEs under the Contract Services Grant to provide marketing, technical proposal development, and cost estimation for proposals. 1 CBE will be awarded under the CBE Green Pitch Grant to instruct a 4-week cohort training program to provide support to CBEs pursuing green contracts. 5 CBEs will be awarded a lottery grant to use funds to maintain business operations to pursue green contracts. If you applied and won a lottery grant last year in FY23, you will not be able to win the same grant this year. 1 CBE firm will be selected under the CBE Green Event Grant to plan and execute the CBE Green Industry Rally Day. Let's get into the purpose of the grant. In partnership with DOEE, DSLBD is supporting CBEs through additional training opportunities to prepare them for procurement opportunities offered by DOEE, DCSEU, and beyond. CBE Green is an initiative that was created to promote and support the involvement of CBEs in the green space. This is a cover shot of our RFA. The RFA can be found on our agency's website under current opportunities. There are also some important deadlines to remember. The final day to submit your application is February 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be no exceptions. And the last day to submit questions to our team will be February 2nd at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to our general email box, business.opportunities@dc.gov. So here we can get into eligibility, but we'll do it at a high level. Each requirement has an individual slide. to correspond with them that we'll go over in detail. So when applying, we want to make sure that you have your active CBE certification number, an active business license with DLCP, your OTR clean hands is marked as compliant, and your general liability insurance. Also, it's important to have your EIN, an IRS W-9 form dated 2018 or later, and attestation of registration as a vendor with OCP. Here's a screenshot of the CBE portal. This can be found on DSLBD's website. So when you get here, it's important to type in your business name, and the business name that's found in our portal, please use the same name on your grant application. Once you click your business and scroll down, it's under certification information, you will see your certification number. And make sure the certification number that's in the portal is the same on the grant application that you submit to us within Zoom Grants. Here's a screenshot of Scout that's used by DLCP. So when you go to Scout, you select address. It will be on the left. It's the page before this. And you type in the address of your business and press search. Once you press search, you click licenses, which the arrow is pointing to find the business. And you'll find your business name in the corresponding corporate name. And when you get here, you want to make sure your license status says active to be considered for this grant. If you don't have a basic business license, it's required that you upload proof of your alternative licensure. So this is a sample of an OTR clean hands. We just want to ensure that yours is dated October 1st or later, and it includes the following: the name of your business is compliant, the same EIN or FEIN as your application, and your W-9 is dated October 1st or later and is verifiable in mytax.dc.gov. Here's a screenshot of mytax.dc.gov. When you scroll down, you would click Validate Certificate, type in your notice number and the last 4 digits of your taxpayer ID to verify that your business is compliant. Also, I know this was a problem last year. A lot of people turn in clean hands, and at the time that they turned it in, it was marked compliant. But when our team checked eligibility, it was non-compliant. So your clean hands has to remain compliant throughout the entirety of the grant to be considered for a grant award. Also, general liability insurance is mandatory for this grant application, and proof of workman's comp and automobile liability must be uploaded if this applies to your business. Please utilize irs.gov to obtain your EIN, and your EIN should be on your application, on your eligibility documents, your clean hands, and your IRS W-9 form. This is a sample of the IRS W-9 form, and we are only accepting versions 2018 or later. The business name should align with your EIN. Also, some people last year when applying for the grant had W-9 forms from different states. We are only accepting this general one that's dated 2018 or later. And now we can cover the use of funds that can be allowed throughout the grant. So that will be direct support and related costs, including to but not limited to staff time, materials, space for in-person meetings or technologies for virtual meetings, software for clients directly related to supporting activities, marketing collateral, and programming for CBEs and opportunities, costs related to analyzing the effectiveness of support and trainings, other costs proposed by the applicants and is accepted by DSLBD in their sole discretion during the period of performance. And under disallowed costs, funds cannot be used to finance existing debt, including payment of taxes owed, payments and expenses incurred outside of the period of performance, expenses that are reimbursed by a different grant, personal use or uses not related to purposes identified in the grant, food, with the exception of attending a professional development conference outside of DC in the metropolitan area, or for the CBE event grantee, in which the grantee will expense food and beverages for participants to include attendees and staff. The grant of the CBE Green event is prohibited from expensing food and beverages outside of the CBE Green Industry Rally Day. Payment to a professional fundraiser to raise funds for grantees, donations, or charitable giving to nonprofit organizations, vehicle purchases, real estate purchases, lobbying the District of Columbia government, lawsuits against the District of Columbia government, any activity, goods, or products deemed illegal by the District of Columbia government, and any activity, goods, or products deemed ineligible by DSLBD in its sole discretion. So the 4 grant applications fall under 2 categories. We have 3 competitive grants, that is the CBE Green Contract Services Grant, the CBE Green Pitch Grant, and the CBE Green Event Grant. The 1 grant that is a lottery is the CBE Green Business Support Lottery. All the questions and their respective scoring criteria can be found within the RFA. Any applicants who do not meet eligibility will not be scored or considered for this grant. And all documents and attestations must be submitted in Zoom grants. Here's a snapshot of what the Zoom grants application looks like. So on the right bottom is a navigation bar if you need to establish an account, and you'll just use this to fill in your email, your password, your first name and last name. If your business already has an existing account, utilize the navigation bar at the top right and press apply under the FY24 CBE All Things Green grants. This application has branching questions and will be catered to the grant program that you are applying for. All competitive grants will be reviewed by a panel of district employees. All recommendations will be presented to the director for final determination. And if you are applying to the lottery grant, all businesses will be assigned a number and will be chosen by a random number generated. Grant awards will be made in March 2024, and selected applicants must sign their individual grant agreements. Throughout the grant process, ongoing reporting and proof of expenditure will be required. Here are important legal disclaimers that can be found within the RFA. If you plan to apply, please read each one thoroughly. So at this time, we are only taking questions in the written form, and that will be to the Business That Opportunities email. And the deadline is February 2nd by 2 p.m. We also have a few office hours that are scheduled for tomorrow and Thursday between 2 and 4. I think they are all filled up, but if they are, you can always send us an email and we'll respond to you accordingly. And just again, no phone calls will be accepted in relation to this grant. And we're also recording this session and it will be posted on YouTube just if you would like to review. And now I'll turn it over to Aziza. She has more information about opportunities that will help you become eligible for the grant.
Yes, hello everyone. So this Wednesday, January 24th, we will be having a prep session training, partnering with Department of Office of Tax Revenue and Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection. So if in the process of meeting your eligibility, if you have any questions, they will be doing an overview of that, speaking on things like clean hands and DC business licensing. Following that, we will also be having an in-person workshop session with them as well. That will be by appointment to address your individual concerns. If you are a CBE, you have received the registration invite email last Friday. You can go on to Neosera. You would have received this email from our business.opportunities@dc.gov email. And just a heads up, if you aren't already registered for Neosera, you will need to register first to be able to register for the training. And also, as you're registering, make sure you put all your business information so that we can get in contact with you if anything changes.
So this concludes our presentation. I just want to emphasize again, the deadline is February 16th, and it is beneficial for you to attend Aziza's training event that she just at 2 p.m. to attend the training event and the in-person event that she advertised, just to make sure that you meet eligibility, just because this grant does not have a pre-eligibility check. So if you are not eligible at the time that we check, February 16th at 2:01 p.m., then you will not be considered for this grant. Thank you all for joining. And if you have any questions, please utilize our general email box, business.opportunities@dc.gov. Thank you.